don't believe the six-figure hype. Do not believe the six-figure hype. You can live a wonderful life making $50,000 a year as long as your living expenses are lower than the money that you make and you're not stressed out and worrying about money. Trust me on that one. On good people, what's happening? It's your favorite YouTuber. We're gonna talk about that six-figure income. I'm bothered by all of the ads and videos and courses. They all talk about six figures. Make six figures. Sign up for my course so you can get six figures. Six-figure side hustle. Six-figure success coach. Six-figure this. Six-figure that. Six-figure that. And I'm telling you, none of that matters. Been making well over $100,000 a year for maybe 10 years. The last 10 years. 2011 was the first year I made over $100,000, and it doesn't really mean much, especially if you're living above your means. Yes, you can live well above your means at any income level. At any income level, you can live well above your means. The NBA, 1/3 of the NBA is living check to check. That's 33%. 33% of the NBA is living check to check. And you know how much they make? I believe the minimum salary in the NBA is I think it's over $1 million, 1.5, something like that. Minimum. Living check to check. If you live $1 million lifestyle when you make $1 million a year, you are effectively broke. So when people get on this internet and get to talking about six figures as if it means something special, as if it's something to brag about. And so that's the thing that really bothers me. People get to bragging about their little funky six figures. I don't know what it means. Is it 100,000 or is it 999,000? I don't know what y'all be talking about. But I do know one thing. People can get on the internet and make broke look so sexy. Broke, what does it mean? All it takes is 2 big purchases. An expensive car and a home, whether you bought it or you've written it. That's all it takes is 2 purchases. And those are the most of us, our largest monthly expenses are housing and transportation for most of us. The vehicle and the home. Make 2 large purchases and you're back to square one. Let's say, for instance, you just got a new job and you got a $10,000 raise. You were making $60,000 and now you're making $70,000. Now you live in a $70,000 lifestyle. You still broke. We have to live below our means, good people. If you can manage. If you can manage. A lot of people live in check to check. Not by force, but by choice. If your back is against the wall and you're raising these kids and you don't have no help and you're doing the best that you can and you live in check to check, that's normal. But the same applies to the person that is a single person making a decent income. They choose to live check to check by buying things that they don't need to impress people that they don't know, the people that don't care about them. And so we have a lot of people understanding that six figures is this obscure goal that a lot of people want. If I tell you that I can help you make six figures, then you're going to subscribe to or sign up for whatever I'm selling, whatever course I got, so that you can brag about being a six-figure earner. It means nothing. One of my family members had a multi-million-dollar contract with the state of California to provide low-voltage wiring for the prisons. So, a multi-million-dollar contract, you have to pay for your staff, you have to pay for your equipment, you have to pay for your office space, medical. His company folded. His company folded. I can't give you the exact numbers, but let's just say if your operating expenses are 2.5 million and your revenue is 2 million, it sounds like you about to go out of business. Maybe you need a business loan. Maybe you need a small business loan. But it sounds so sexy, right? What do you do for a living? Oh, you know, I got this low voltage wiring company. We just got a multi-million-dollar contract with the state of California. Ooh. Got that $1 million contract. Ooh. It sounds sexy. Just as sexy as somebody saying, yeah, I make six figures a year. It sounds sexy, but what does it really mean? That company went out of business. My family member, he's still in the business, but that company folded. His overhead was too high. His overhead was too high, or perhaps he underbid the job, who knows? But what I'm getting at is when you hear six figures, when you hear seven figures, it doesn't mean anything, and I don't want you guys chasing that as if it is the recipe to happiness. Because what happens when you find yourself living this life while being miserable? You're making good money, but you hate your job. You're making good money, but you hate your job. And now you can't leave your job because you created this lifestyle that requires that you make a certain amount of money. And downgrading your lifestyle is not sexy. But the cold part of the game is you can downgrade your lifestyle and that may upgrade your quality of life. Right? Maybe you should get a smaller car or a less expensive car. You can definitely downgrade your house. One of my homegirls, she bought too much house. True story. She bought too much house and she couldn't afford it. So what did she do? She sold it. She sold the house a couple years ago and she just bought another house. Downgrade your lifestyle, upgrade your quality of life. She learned her lesson. But I know for a fact the reason why she bought that house that was too much for her is because she just wanted to be a homeowner. She just wanted to be a homeowner so bad that she bought a house that she couldn't afford. She ended up selling, making a profit, stacked some money, and bought another house a couple years later. So she downgraded and then got back to it. All I'm saying, good people, is don't believe the six-figure hype. Do not believe the six-figure hype. You can live a wonderful life making $50,000 a year as long as your living expenses are lower than the money that you make and you're not stressed out and worrying about money. Trust me on that one. And I'll leave you with this. I was listening to a gentleman talk. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to come across as supporting his business ventures. But the gentleman said, and he's supposed to be this extremely wealthy man. He talked about knowing people and having rich friends, but he says he knows more people that used to be rich. He said, yeah, I have rich friends, but I have more friends that used to be rich. Let that marinate for a second. When it comes to my friends, there are people that are rich, and then there are people that used to be rich. That kind of, that was a bar. It stuck with me. All of these people that were doing well and they fell off because they were probably living above their means. Let that marinate for a second. It is the deadbeat dad, the poor black man. I respect your time. I respect your intelligence. I'll see you guys on the next one. I am back on YouTube. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay here, but I'm back and we gonna chop it up, and I got some content coming for that ass. I will see you guys on the next one. Happy Friday. Peace.